Good day, everyone. I am from Group 2 and I will be talking about hands-on learning. So the first thing that comes to your mind when we say hands-on learning, this typically means that this is learning by doing, as what John Dewey says. In our case, since we are using hands-on learning approach when we are teaching, this means that the learners need to do the things on their own rather than listening to some lecture or a certain discussion. This means that when they are doing a certain thing, they must do it by themselves, or they need to really perform it on or execute a certain activity on their own. So hands-on learning approach is actually a very good approach. It is very effective to use when we are dealing with children, especially children, because they need to explore, they need to experience things on their own, and they need to experience it through their own actions. Like they need to deal with things on their own strength, on their own capabilities from what they have learned. So this approach is really important because in this way, the learners or the kids at a young age, this will enhance and improve their capabilities and their confidence in doing something on their own. It is also nice if we can guide and help them, but they can learn more if they do it by themselves. An example that we can give or we can relate to ourselves from hands-on learning is when someone or the teacher is teaching how to draw a tree. So instead of just merely letting the students hear what or listen to the discussion on how to draw a tree, the students can draw with the teacher or after the teacher is giving out the steps. So for example, if I was the teacher, so I will say, okay, step one, this is how we draw a tree. So step one, you make the form of the tree. So you do this, right? So the students are listening. So you can say that we can add the leaves. So we just do this, like the little looks like a cloud. So the students are also listening and also observing the wow, that is, like they can say the wow, that is how you do it. So after the teacher discussed on how to do it, she can give time for the learners to do it by themselves. So when the learners are given the time to do the activity or draw the tree, and by doing it themselves, that is already called hands-on learning. So an advantage or a benefit from hands-on learning approach is that we are giving the learners the confidence, we're giving them the opportunity to do things on their own. And with this, whatever they do and everything that they do, they can always rely on themselves because they already have experienced or explored many things that they did on their own. So I guess that is all that I can say about all that our group can say about hands-on learning approach. And this approach is applicable to everything, especially on the EPP, on the 4 areas of EPP, in the agriculture, home economics, industrial arts, and ICT. This is very useful because in this way, the learners can really intake and grasp learnings because they are doing it, they are performing it, they executed it on their own. So I guess that's all, and thank you for listening.